Hello, my name is Noor Nagatani. I'm an actor and comedian living in Los Angeles, and my story is called Nuts.
I am 4 months fresh out of the psych ward, and it's a true story. For those of you who don't know me, I'd like you to strap in. Because you're about to hear an absolutely 100% true story about the events that transpired. I'm bipolar, so when I am not sleeping properly or medicated, I fall into a disorder called the Truman Show delusion. Has anyone seen this movie, The Truman Show? So I think that I am being filmed 24/7 and that there are cameras around, right? And that everyone around me is either an actor or they're part of the crew. And I think that the location, the set, is wherever I choose to go that day. It's just like The Truman Show, except Jim Carrey was correct in his assumption that he was the star of his own show, and I unfortunately was not. So we'll start in the middle where things start getting good. About 4 months ago, I showed up at a production studio in my PJs, right? And I'm like, guys, hi, yes, it's me. If we could prep my trailer, I am in need of a nap, and if a production assistant could bring me a PB&J, that would be great because I'm starving. The production studio does not know what to do with me, so they called the LAPD. And this could only happen in Los Angeles because the LAPD show up. There's a black guy, a Latino guy, and an Asian guy, and they're all beautiful and ethnically diverse. And I was like, all right, casting went overboard with you guys. And then there was this white guy, about 5'8", named John, that was thrown in for realism, which I let him know. And he did not appreciate that. I'm in cuffs at this point because, so I'm talking to them like this. I'm shooting the shit with the hot cops. You know how I do. We just... And they come to the conclusion that they can't technically arrest me because I'm not a threat to myself or to others. But the general consensus was that I was very annoying. At this point, my real talent manager, Brenda Fisher, is calling my phone because I'm missing an audition for a Verizon wireless commercial that day. And the cops pick up the phone and they explain what's going on. So now Brenda, she shows up at the studio and I'm like, and I'm still thinking I'm in my own show, and I'm like, Brenda, thank God you're here. We need to negotiate my rates. Okay, as you know, I am non-union. I expect to be Taft-Hartley'd in. This better be on a SAG scale, okay? And can we talk about a body double, because this 24-hour filming cycle has me exhausted, girlfriend. So Brenda very patiently listens to all my demands, and she takes me to lunch, as you do in these situations. And under the guise I'm gonna get a good night's sleep, Brenda takes me to the Los Encinas Psychiatric Unit in Pasadena, which is like the Betty Ford Clinic for people on Medi-Cal. So I'm in the psych ward, I get a full, nice 8 hours of sleep, and I wake up the next morning and I'm like, you know what, it's time for the season finale. And I want to give the audience what they want. Drama. in the form of a Orange is the New Black meets Shawshank Redemption style escape, obviously. I wait until we're at free time. They give us free time in the yard where you can roam around. I manage to shimmy up the side of the fence and I hop over the concrete enclosure and I take off running, Forrest Gump style. And if I was going anywhere, I was running. I'm still in my hospital gown with green hospital-issued socks on and my plastic hospital bands. And I'm running, and I'm imagining, okay, great, they can get this beautiful drone shot in. It will be in slow motion. Perhaps in post we can add some rain happening. The music is swelling. Lights will guide you home. Yes, I picked a Coldplay song. Thank you. It's my show. And ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you. Freeze frame here. We roll credits. End of season finale. Or so I thought. Because I was eventually captured. Why? Because Las Encinas is 12 acres long. So I escaped the psychiatric unit and I ended up in the assisted living facility portion of the hospital. They sent a young security guard in a golf cart, which I assumed was an underpaid PA. To take me back to the lockdown unit now, which I assumed was set. And we were only in the mid-season finale, apparently, because there was another cast of characters I was supposed to be meeting. And I was like, great, the writing team is on their A game right now for sure. And casting has done a wonderful job because I legit feel like I'm amongst crazy people at this point. There was a man named Dan in particular that was never wearing underwear, and he insisted on bending over in front of me, usually when I was eating, and I would get a full ball sack view. And I was thinking, how many taints did casting directors have to go through to settle on this guy? I was just met with such stunning realism that I realized it could only be an HBO show. There was no way we could pitch this to other networks.